What's up, everybody? Enzo LaRocca here. I don't know why I just kind of like this setup, very organic background. The flag's a little too high or else it'd be right behind me. But I wanted to just stop real quick and tell you about my experience at REALSCREEN. REALSCREEN is a platform. It's an in-person platform, but in light of COVID, it was live streamed via Zoom this year. And normally it takes place on the East Coast, and then there's a show on the West Coast. And it's where young, independent producers, creators, writers have a chance of a lifetime to sit across the table and speed pitch 5 minutes, 10 minutes to industry buyers to try to get their show on the television networks. It's also a place where you get to sit into classes and hear all the perspectives of what's going on in the television and show industry. Very educational, a very good way to make connections. Everything in the world is about connections. 17 years I've worked on television shows. I've been every role on every show. I've been a personal assistant to executives. I got very lucky. I got to be an assistant to Bob Harper. I got to be a personal assistant to Mike Fleiss, who created The Bachelor. I learned a ton, and it was a great, great experience. I went on to create my own shows, lead my own teams, even pitch shows on my own. And I got very lucky 2 years ago. I pitched 2 shows into a studio, which put them on the shelf, and they were looking at using them. And then the third show went into a contract, but it sat for 6 months and nothing happened with it. But still, though, to get that close was pretty amazing. During that week, I thought I was going to blow up. So I made 40 shows in a week. I'm a divergent creator. I'm a prolific writer. I'm very avid and very quick with what I do. I'm the type of guy that, I've been on Earth 41 years. I've had a multiple amount of careers in my life. You tend to know people. You tend to connect. You tend to read everything, know where the stories are at. And in my corner, I do have some powerful people. I do have some regular people. I know how to put things together. I always say in creativity, the best thing you do is act like, bug in my eye. Act like, be a farmer, death. Be a farmer, death for the bug. Be a farmer to your creativity. Because when you put a show out there, the show's got to be returnable, rebrandable, resellable. It's got to be able to have a life to it. And if you're a good farmer, you're going to know what to add, what storylines, how to adjust it, so that it has a life that continues to go on. And a lot of people in the creative world don't know that. The problem with a lot of the industry is that most of the industry is built on Nielsen stats, viewer stats, buying, purchasing, budgets, production. There's very little time for people to walk around, dream, ponder around a lake or a beach and come up with ideas all day long. I really feel like every industry should have a handful of people that are nothing more than dreamers, ponderers, and creators. That's it. That will help you really push the threshold. That's my opinion on creativity. Anyway, so REALSCREEN was a pretty good thing. I logged in, I got to watch a lot of the live stream classes, and then they had waiting rooms, and they said, hey, do you have a show? There's a spot open. The pitcher didn't show up, and I said, absolutely. I jumped in, I pitched BT, MTV, Women's Entertainment, Discovery Channel, HGTV. I got in a lot of them. Over that. And then later on, you get your 2 dedicated pitches, which are reserved times for you. So all in all, my experience of it was pretty good. And I do have personal connections now, and I hope that it comes around in some way. I want to thank Claire and I want to thank Ben, 2 wonderful people that helped me get acquainted with REALSCREEN and really work hard behind the scenes to make it happen. I want to thank all of the executive buyers out there that took the time to sit with me, and kind of polish my dreams of doing something else in TV again. I had a good time when I ran, of course. And I'm hoping that, I can be the guy, your creative supplier. I will say this, though. Those out there that want to pitch your shows, you got a couple options. You either do nothing with it and it sits on the shelf. You pitch it and you run the risk of somebody saying, I don't like it, or somebody taking it because you can't really copyright an idea, or they actually build a connection with you and they go, you're valuable, I want to keep you around, and then you get in. Or you could pitch it online, and if you happen to win the crowd, it's a gladiator effect. You win the crowd, everybody loves you, everybody wants to work with you then. You win your freedom, right? So you got to take a shot. And if you're a one-idea person, that may be enough, but it may not be enough to be returnable in the game. The base belongs to the creators. It always will. It just always will. So that's it. That's for all my creators out there. Go pitch your shows. As far as REALSCREEN, the industry, my advice to you is put more designated creatives in your space, because a lot of you guys are walking around the office, same heads, bumping the same heads over and over again. You got a lot of responsibilities, and you leave very little time to dream and ponder. You need those designated creative people in the industry. Other than that, it was a great experience. And I hope to, I hope, guys, that I have some shows that actually hit the airways. If not, I'll just create some more shows. I make about 40 shows a week. It's not a problem for me. But man, what a win if it happens, right? Anyway, thank you so much, Real Screen. Thank you, Claire. Thank you, Ben. Thank you, buyers that sat across from me. And anybody out there that's, wondering if their dream is possible, I'm telling you right now, it really is. You just got to get in there, get at it, get after it. I love you guys so much. Enzo Laraki here.